One more stop on their trip around the world. Unpacked from their container, they're treated like they're one-of-a-kind treasures, which in a very real sense, they are. The Japanese engineers who follow them are extremely attentive. Each one of these things cost over $1 million to make. And they don't want to scratch the paint job. With the tarp removed, the i-Real is revealed. Touted by Toyota as the future of personal mobility, it's a radical rethinking of the car. The i-Real concept vehicle has room for only one person. There are no pedals for braking or accelerating. All the functions are controlled with the driver's hands. The buttons for drive and so on are mounted on the right-hand side armrest. On the left are the two drive modes, what the designers call walking and cruising. Powered by ion lithium batteries, the electric motors are mounted in the two front wheels. Steering comes from a small wheel mounted in the back.
Yeah, how to extend it, you can push the joystick.
Okay, it's quite quick.
Prepping for its Canadian debut, Toyota feels they need to train the drivers in how to handle the vehicles. It's slow going.
Yeah, half acceleration is a very appropriate speed for yeah, so and turn left is easily for you.
Okay, so you want me to come this way?
In a sense, it's everyone's worst nightmare, being taught how to drive in a language other than your own, in a car that's anything but normal. For a race driver, Opel, it's particularly challenging.
There's straight and then there's turn, but you also have to push down to go forward. So to get it to do a turn while moving forward, there's kind of a sweet spot in the movement to get it to go smoothly. So that's what, as I figured it out, you could see that it got a lot smoother.
The i-Real is more than just a high-concept flight of fancy.
This is incredibly advanced. This fits perfectly within Toyota's sustainable mobility message. We're trying to bring advanced technology vehicles to the marketplace and basically have advanced technologies that have mass market appeal and can deliver environmental benefits.
The first version of the i-Real appeared at the Tokyo Auto Show in 2003, a four-wheeled electric single-rider experiment. 2 years later, it had evolved into a more open concept and was used as a show car at Expo. Every time it's made a public appearance, it's presented as a solution to urban traffic hell.
I believe that it's too big a shock. Certainly the i-Real has nice surfaces on it. It looks like a wonderful appliance, but it doesn't look automotive enough. And to get in and out, you have regular doors. Do they swing out?
They actually do.
Ken Cummings' design class has been coming up with similar vehicles. While they look strange in regular traffic, they don't look too out of place in a North American context. Ken Cummings fears the i-Real may simply be just too far over the edge.
It's a concept that perhaps might fit other cultures, but there seems to me to be a disconnect in the i-Real to North America for a couple of reasons. Most Americans and most North Americans are not comfortable with sitting in what appears to be a chair, perhaps maybe even medicinal in its look, and buzzing around with their head and their arms just sitting on the edge of a chair. The i-Real does not speak out and want you to buy it. It doesn't look like something that exudes your personality to give you a sense of feeling good about yourself or feeling unique in any way. I think the worst part is the posture, the way you're sitting in it. Again, it looks like a rolling recliner.
And yet to the i-Real's designer, sitting back, crossing his legs and jauntily steering the vehicle around the presentation stage, he looks content and convinced he's on the right track.
He says although it's a prototype, they're very confident it will be the model for future production. They're simply checking on the engineering side to make sure it's perfectly safe and drivable. Plus, they've started to look at the marketing and whether a need exists or whether people will even buy it.
The engineering equivalent of putting the cart before the horse. The Blue Sky approach has clearly produced a beautiful machine, but Toyota may have a serious marketing job on their hands to sell it to North Americans.